Michigan. I met Shepard in case you missed last night. Atlanta winner in Tampa. I know. You might have bet in the fourth quarter. This game's over. Tampa was up 14 in the game. And yet Atlanta came back. It really is an unreal story with Kirk Cousins. How many people would have crumbled? It's 28-14. He makes things happen. Good for him. It was great to have Kyle Pitts involved. 11 catches, 166 yards, touchdown. John Robinson had a touchdown, 175 yards overall. Kirk Cousins throws for 370 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. In three starts for Atlanta, taking over Michael Penix, getting the job back. He's thrown for over 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns, no interceptions. His team is 3-0.
He can still facilitate a solid offense. I'm not saying he can play at a high level because I don't think he can play at a super high level, but he can still be good enough to win games. And sometimes in this league, Shep, that's all you need.
Yes. So I agree with everything you just said. Except for he can not at a high level. What is a high level?
I guess what I'm saying is sustainably. Like, I don't think he can do that for a season, but I think he can do it for a stretch. And you're seeing that right now, I guess. Okay. Is a better way to put it.
Yeah.
Well. And to me, a high level would be 250 yards passing in a game. You know, maybe a 3 touchdown to 1 interception ratio on a week-to-week basis. That would be a high level to me.
Okay. Look, I need to get something straight. I'm completely wrong here. I don't know what the hell's going on. Somebody said that I read an ESPN article, and it was he's 3-0 with 11 touchdowns and no picks. That's not true. Just flat out not true. Because against Seattle, they lost 37-9. And he threw 2 picks. So that's not true. So maybe you're right about that. You know, I thought he was 3-0 based on the game wrap.
Well, but also, I mean, the point last night, your point's well taken. 373 yards, 3 touchdowns last night.
That's a high level.
Yes, he was excellent last night. Right in the fourth quarter, particularly.
Yeah. I just think it's such a cool story, and it's really it's so much fun to watch a guy who everybody counted out and said you're done. And what does he do? He basically looks you in the eye, flips you off, and says, "You like that?" Anyway, yeah. Anyway, good for him. So the hell of a win for Atlanta. Terrible loss to Tampa. I mean, if you're Tampa, you are pissed off. Did you hear after the game? Did you hear what Tampa head coach Todd Bowles said?
No, not specifically.
He just went off on his players. And I don't blame him. He called it inexcusable. He said, "We don't make excuses. You got an effing care enough. When the blank hurts, you got to effing mean something to you. It's more than a job. It's your effing livelihood. How well do you know your job? How well do you do your job? You can't sugarcoat that blank." That's what he said.
Well, in the Bucs now, they've lost 2 in a row, dropped to 7-7, and the Panthers, Shep, I think are going to win that division.
Well, the Panthers are now in first place.
Yeah, because they're up 1 in the loss column.
That's right, but they haven't played yet either. They haven't played yet.
I'm just saying they're 7-6. The Bucs are technically 7-7, right? So
correct. So Carolina, here's who Carolina has left. Before you make that statement, they play at New Orleans. Should be a win. But I would have thought New Orleans would not have won last week.
But for the sake of the win-loss game, yes, you would think that's a win.
Okay. Then they play against Tampa. Then they play against Seattle. And then they play against Tampa again.
So really the division's going to come down to these 2 matchups because they haven't even played once yet.
Exactly.
And the way the two teams are trending,
the way it's trending. I mean, considering Tampa's lost 5 of 6. So Tampa has the Panthers, the Dolphins,
right? Yeah,
and the Panthers. That's what it's going to come down to. And remember, I mean, Baker Mayfield was let go by the Panthers. No, he's not the only guy. Not saying that revenge is the root of all victories for certain players who come back and beat their ex-team. I'm just saying there's a little extra incentive for them, at least in week one. You would think their talent, good running back duo, they've got good wide receivers. There's a quarterback back in the MVP conversation until the Lions beat them. For the most part, you would think they would have a decent defense. Look at some of the good players they have on that side of the ball. Anyway, that's what it's going to come down to. I don't know if Carolina's going to win the division. Carolina's playing with great confidence. We'll see what happens. But it's Tampa has come back to the pack. All right, losing 5 and 6. Red Wings lost last night. Casey missed that 4-1. Connor David, 4 assists. Zach Hyman, a hat trick. That snaps Detroit's unbeaten streak at 5 in a row. 4-1 until last night. Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza, named AP Player of the Year. Heisman Trophy is out. Pistons going to host the Hawks tonight at Little Caesars Arena. Speaking of Heisman, that's our Mitch Maxwell question. Who deserves to win the Heisman? Fernando Mendoza of Indiana, Julian Sand of Ohio State, Jeremiah Love of Notre Dame, or Diego Pavia of Vanderbilt. You can vote as often as you like. At XP Mornings, I'll retweet it, and we will give you the results on Monday and see how you did against the group tonight. Speaking of college football, Notre Dame has made waves this week because they were left out of the college football playoff committee or playoff, the 12-team playoff. You and I both know that. Their athletic director has come out and been a quite honestly an idiot, saying how hurt they are, gut punch, debatable, absolutely. Completely debatable. I understand why they feel that way. If I was a Notre Dame grad, I'd feel the exact same way. Go back and just say, hey, we beat Miami. We beat Miami, and everything's fine. Who's the hottest team? Well, they've won 10 in a row. Good for you. That doesn't mean that you get into the college football playoff. So there were certain things that came down to it, and then of course they came out and they started pointing fingers at the ACC, saying that the ACC was supporting Miami instead of another one of their big schools that means a lot to the conference, even though they don't play in the ACC. Well, now there is a report that after this controversial exclusion, that if the playoff field expands to 14 teams and an additional at-large berth is added, the Irish next year, according to Ross Dellinger of Yahoo Sports, according to him, Notre Dame is essentially guaranteed a playoff spot if it is ranked in the top 12 beginning next year. All right? Mm-hmm. With that said, there are now athletic directors who do not like that guarantee and are threatening to freeze Notre Dame out of future schedules as a result. How about that? It only gets worse. You want to know why people don't like that school? This is another example of it. The unfair treatment that oftentimes they may get if they cry and whine enough. All right, when we come back. One guy's not having fun in the sport that he supposedly loves. We'll explain after this. Brought to you by my mom.
Mitch Lyons here from Mitch Lyons Wealth, wishing everyone a happy holidays. Just like the holidays, retirement should be a joyful time too, full of cheer and happiness. But for many people, it seems out of reach, confusing, intimidating, and just too darn complicated. Mitch Lyons Wealth wants to make things easier for you by helping you create a blueprint for a retirement of steel. One with certainty, protection, and income that allows you to live every day in retirement like it's Christmas. Stop kicking the can down the road and let's get you started with a blueprint to win retirement. The first step is having the right tools. I'm offering you our Retirement of Steel Toolkit at no cost. This complimentary toolkit includes my book, Retirement of Steel, along with guides for taxes, Social Security, retirement income, and more. It's yours today with a simple call. Call 844-86-STEEL. That's 844-867-8335. Again, 844-867-8335. MitchLionsWealth.com, your best game plan to protect, grow, and win retirement.
Ho, ho, ho! Santa Bucks are back at Meijer. This Friday and Saturday only, save up to $50 with Santa Bucks. Stack your Santa Bucks on top of super sale items to save even more on popular brands like Crock-Pot, Keurig, and Cormia. Clip your Santa Bucks coupon in the Meijer app for low prices and more merry for your money. This Friday and Saturday only, Santa Bucks and Meijer. Now that's what makes the holiday season a good deal better. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
It's a New Year's Eve bingo bash at Soaring Eagle Casino. Close the books on 2025 and win big prizes, including free bingo for a year, logoed champagne glasses stuffed with $500 cash, concert tickets, bingo baskets, and more. Tickets just $200 on sale now at etix.com. Come on down and win big. It's New Year's Eve at the Soaring Eagle Bingo Hall. Main session at 1:30, early bird at noon. Must be 18. Rules at SoaringEagleCasino.com.
Thanks for tuning in to X's and Bros with Matt Shepard, only on the Michigan Sports Network.
Huge here for Van Andel Institute Purple Community. Now, they're a grassroots fundraising network powered by the volunteers who support VAI's mission to improve health now and in the future. Learn more at purplecommunity.org.
Everybody wants to have fun for a job, right? I mean, not everybody can have the dream job. I was talking with 4 young people in college last night. That was an event because the Game Above Sports Bowl is taking place at Ford Field on December 26th. And it's working, Game Above Sports team is working with a non-profit like we always do. And this year it's been night golf in downtown Detroit. It's helping kids get into college, stay in college. All right. Chasing. So I was talking with, it's a really cool thing. It's a great organization, good people. Usually they have about 250 applicants this year. They have 200, not applicants, but people go through their program. This year it's more like 280. It's kids go to high school, then they go from school to the night golf program down Detroit to get life learning skills. And then for part of the program, then they golf simulators and shipping that and putting things like that. Brand new downtown.
That is awesome.
Really cool. Yeah, it's really cool. And they might be expanding throughout the country. Places Florida, places Carolina. They're looking at it as well. And they these kids were really sharp. And we were talking about some different things and what they want to do. And the goal for me is always to tell kids, don't let anyone tell you you can't. Just understand what you want to do. So if somebody says, I wouldn't do that. Screw those people. Right. Go and chase, but understand what it may take to get there. Understand the obstacles that it may take. I say this to my son all the time. And we've got folks telling me that there's some echoes in our situation. So I don't know why that continues to happen. It's so frustrating. So my deepest apologies. I don't know what it is. I'm not hearing it. Friends not hearing it. But apparently,
it's not over the air. It's on the stream. There's an echo on the stream for whatever reason.
So my apologies. Yeah. So my bottom line is telling these kids. I said, hey. She said, say this to my son all the time. He's music. That's a really hard business. But I'm not going to sit there and tell him, give it up. Why would I do that? I didn't give up my dream. I had people telling me, don't get into the business. And I said to myself, I remember being senior in Central Michigan, a friend of mine who now works for ESPN. He was a friend of mine at the time. He was a year older. He came back and he spoke to the broadcasting class. Somebody asked what's your advice to get out of the business. Afterwards, I went up to him and said, John, that's such BS. You're telling people in this class, many of who are seniors and have just spent 4 years trying to get into this and preparing themselves to get out because you're having a hard time. What terrible advice is that? I was pissed at him. I never tell kids that. All I tell them is this: you want to get in this business, chase it, go for it. Just please understand what it's going to take. It's not easy, and this is what you might have to live through. Might. And it's the same thing in anything. All right. I'm not just talking about broadcasting. Anything. I've got friends who are now in big time positions. Guess what? At one point, they were looking for work, and they're super successful now. And the companies are lucky to have them. So you're going to have challenges. Everybody wants to wake up and say, "Can't wait to go to work." It's going to be awesome. Unfortunately, not everybody can do that. So you got to deal with it. Joe Burrow, quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals, wakes up every day, and I bet his body hurts. I bet sometimes his mind is scrambling. I bet when your team is very good, it can be tough to pull yourself in a practice facility. I bet you when you got a bunch of guys hurt, and you're going up against one defense, it's going to be really challenging. Those guys supposedly love the challenge. At least that's what we were told. We're told throughout their high school career, throughout their collegiate career, when they were first drafted and introduced to the media and the fan base, I love a challenge. I'm going to win it here. And now it starts to weigh in. Joe Burrow recently has had a little bit of a perspective change. He was talking on Wednesday about his priorities moving forward. I love some of these deep conversations with athletes at podiums. Not blaming the media, it's just sometimes they go into a little bit of a rabbit hole, and it's tough to get themselves out of it. He said, I want to keep doing this. I have to have fun doing it. I've been through a lot, and it's not fun. Then what am I doing it for? So that's the mindset I'm trying to bring to the table. Now, sometimes words can be a little misunderstood. Jamar Chase, he's no different now than he's ever been. He comes, he works, he plays, he's great, all that other stuff. That's fine. Athletes or people in general have to be very careful who they're talking to. I say this about our business all the time. Oh man, I got to do this. Everyone's got a sad story about how hard they have to work at doing things. And I said, you're not going to find many leading years here because most everybody's had to do the same thing. Okay, they've had to work their ass off to get where they are, and many of them have to juggle numerous jobs at the same time. So it's hard to try and find that sympathetic ear if you're within this business. It's hard for Joe Burrow, who just 2 years ago on Hard Knocks was claiming he bought the Batmobile to find sympathy from people like you and I who are working multiple jobs. When he says, what am I doing it for? Right? When you have, this is, I like Joe Burrow, first and foremost. But you got to be really careful on some of the things about having fun and all that other stuff. Because perhaps he left LSU or left Ohio State, was originally there, or left high school and said, I want to be a professional football player. I want to make a lot of money. This dude's made over $177 million playing football, which is big business. It's entertainment, but it's big business. He's made close to $180 million playing the game that supposedly he loves. And supposedly it's fun to go out there. I know it's hard. I've been around professional athletes most of my adult life. So I get that there's not a lot of downtime where they are constantly working out, trying to perfect. It's not like they go to the Bahamas when the season is over, and then they start back up with OTA. It's not how it works. I understand that. Baseball players, you think the season ends for them in early October, Tigers, and then suddenly they don't start up again until Lakeland? Hell no. They may take a couple of weeks off, but they're right back to lifting and hitting and everything else like that. It's no different than you and I. You get 2 weeks vacation. Some people negotiate a lot more than that. That's great. So they get a chance to get away, and then you're back to the grind. You're not being compensated like a lot of those guys. The bottom line is you're back to the grind. Those guys, their grind is continuous. I understand. But when you're talking about having fun, Joe, you've got to be very careful on your audience. If I want to keep doing this, I have to have fun doing it. But aren't you the same person and the same athletes who are constantly telling us this is hard work? And hard work can be fun. I understand that. Losing is not fun. We get that too. Joe, if you want to win, it might behoove you to, I'm not saying give money back, but you went to bat for T. Higgins, you went to bat for Jamar Chase, you got really nice stats. They've got some really good stats. They make a lot of money. Your defense stinks. Maybe your organization needs to save some money on the offensive side of the ball, start spending on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, you're not the GM. You're going to go to bat for Jamar Chase. I get it. He's the best wide receiver in football. And T. Higgins, you could argue it's the best tag team wide receiver duo in all football. But why aren't you going to bat for Trey Hendrickson? Why aren't you going to bat for Logan Wilson before he was traded? Why aren't you going to bat for anybody on the defensive side of the ball or getting better on the defensive side of the ball? You don't want to make it fun? It'll make it really fun if you win again. Like I bet you it was really fun when you played the Rams in the Super Bowl. You bet you're introducing yourself to Aaron Donald crying out loud. But since that time, your team has digressed. And a lot of it is because you spend a lot of money on the offensive side of the ball. And you can't win when you're lopsided like that. On a Ferris Coffee Friday, Rob Rubick joins us 8:35. We will talk about the Lions and the Rams matchup when we come back. Well, there is all kinds of baseball news coming out of Florida. None of it Tigers. We'll discuss after this.
Soar to new heights of winning with Eagle Casino and Sports. Enjoy your favorite games wherever you are, whether at home or on the go. Dive into exciting slots, spin the roulette wheel, or challenge yourself with virtual table games, all at your fingertips. Sign up now and opt in to receive a deposit match up to $1,500 for the casino, plus up to 100 free spins. Download the Eagle Casino and Sports app today and experience winning with just a tap. Go you! Must be located in Michigan and 21 years or older. Other conditions apply. Visit playeagle.com to join the action. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I know how much you love football, and I know how much you thirst for Lions talk. Hi, this is Matt Shepard. Every Friday morning on X's and Bros at 8:35, we will dive deep into the Lions. What went right, what went wrong, and what we can expect next. We call it What's Brewing with Lions analyst Rob Rubick, brought to you by Ferris Coffee. He's going to join me every week to break down the Lions and their opponent. What's Brewing with Rubes, brought to you by Ferris Coffee, every Friday morning at 8:35 on X's and Bros.
The Michigan Sports Network is your exclusive home for X's and Bros with Matt Shepard and The Huge Show later today at 3 p.m.
Make sure you listen weekly to our Moving Ferris Forward interviews with Ferris President Bill Pink and other leaders who are moving Ferris forward. Find out more about Big Rapids and Ferris and what they have to offer at ferris.edu.